You see me, the grind don't stop. Everybody knows soldi, man, keep the block hot. I pull out the Glock, the thing go pop, pop. You know, I don't even know what to say else, bro. Flipping. Let's do this, y'all. You know what time it is? It's interview time. Stop playing. Stop playing. Because I'm not playing, and you better be not playing. Because I got the best. This is possibly the best rapper in the underground, y'all. So come through, slash that like button. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Toting guns, you know, just call me Toting and shit. Ain't nothing really about me. Just chilling.
Just chilling. That's how we like to do it, man. I'm sipping orange juice right now. So tell me, man. Tell me how'd you got into this game, man? What does it all mean to you? Like, how'd you even get here?
Well, bro, it's like a long ass story. It was like from years back, like 3 years ago. But you know, like that old Cardi type shit, bro?
Yeah.
Like Sir Cardi. Yeah, bro, that was like my biggest inspiration. I just started like making music after that shit. I was like, yo, I want to be like fucking Cardi, bro. I just started making music. I was like making music. Shout out my friend Sean, but like me and him would just like make some dumbass shit like 2 years ago. That shit was so ass, but we just made it. And that's how we got into that shit, bro. I'm telling you, we was offbeat and everything, but over time we just got like decent at the shit. It was just for fun at the time type shit.
And when did you find yourself in this section of the underground community?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's kind of stupid, bro. All right, bro. Like, I didn't have my phone. Okay, so I got my ass whooped before, and I got my shit took, bro. So, like, it was, like, 2019, 2020 type shit. That's when, like, that single cord shit started popping off, and I was like, yo, this shit pretty cool. So I just got to that dark shit, but I never really made it. And I would say, like, a year forward or whatever, I didn't like none of this shit I did. So I was like, yo, I should make dark shit. So I just started making dark shit. Eventually, I got into a hex mob and shit. And just started making music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a pretty cool story, if I might add. Like, you know, I think that whole section, I think the pandemic coincided with the whole blow up of this part of the underground. Everybody got into their bag and either took music seriously or they didn't. So like the music, like the amount of songs went up. Everybody was just at home listening to music. So I think that's pretty, you know, like.
Bro, the crazy thing is I used to play basketball, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I started making music because of like COVID.
Wow. Okay.
That's when I really got into it.
Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of people come into the game to just like feel accomplished in a way that doesn't feel like a handout to them. You know what I'm saying? Like at school, they give you accomplishments. Now, what I'm trying to say with that is like, you have to go to school, right? Like they'll send like child protection services if you don't, right? Which is some weird shit. But then,
I skipped school so many times. Don't do that shit.
Yeah. And like, they'll give you a test and then they'll, you know, boom, you get an A. But all of that doesn't seem real. It seems fabricated. It's like, I didn't ask for this. It doesn't mean anything to me. And I noticed that's a common theme amongst a lot of up and coming artists, is that during this time they realize like, I want to do something that's meaningful to me. Yeah. With that said, do you have like a special message to your music?
I mean, to be honest, there's nothing really to it. I just get mad, bro. Like, I be taking out my anger on my music. Like, that's when my music is, like, so aggressive. I just be screaming and shit. Damn near all of my songs are aggressive. I only got, like, 2 or 3 chill songs and they're, like, features. I just be like, yo, get shit out on music. You know, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. There's nothing really to it.
Yeah.
People don't like that shit, though. Like, people were on my ass about it when I first started. Now people, like, fuck with it.
I'm gonna ask you this question. Yeah, and like, I think that's super. Are these like, it doesn't matter who it is, so let me scratch that. But a lot of people, right, when I ask them that question, they say, be yourself. That's my message, you know what I'm saying? And it's a good message to have. But when people be themselves, it seems like everybody says, fuck that rule. I'ma judge you. I'ma judge you for doing, you know.
People like, this shit ass.
Yeah, and it's like kind of weird. I think it's kind of backwards. What would you recommend to, like, you know, people listening who struggle with being self-conscious and have a hard time being themselves?
To be honest, bro, you just don't have to, like, really just be yourself. You don't have to give a fuck what nobody say. Like, they're just hating on you type shit because they're mad they can't do the same shit. If you're trying, bro, then you can honestly make it, because if they're not trying that shit, they just arguing with you and talking about bullshit, and they're the ones fucking that shit up. So just do whatever the fuck you want. That's all you gotta really do.
100%. As soon That's one thing that kind of like changed my life was like as soon as I stopped giving a fuck about other people, like I learned to really just like go in. Like, okay, if I don't give a fuck about these people, let me give a fuck about myself at least. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, cause I be peeping. Like the motherfuckers that always talk shit, bro, are like the clones. Like I ain't gonna say no fucking names, but there's some clones I see all the fucking time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not trying to hate or nothing, but that shit is like stupid. It looks so corny. Like, why are you just trying to be like somebody else? You got to do your own shit type shit. I don't know what to really tell you. It's just stupid shit.
100%. What would you recommend to those people, like clones or like people like that living off another man's sound? How would you recommend them to be original? Like, how do you be original?
Well, you just gotta figure out like what you like. Just listen to all types of music. Whatever you like, you could just take from that, kind of make your own sound with it. That's what I did.
For sure. And
like took like rock and like this evil shit. I don't really know what my shit is, but I just like took rock type shit, screamo music, and combined that shit with like rap.
For sure. I think that's pretty cool. I think right now, because of the internet, like there's a super cool like high rate of infusion, like fusion, people mixing genres and coming up with brand new things. I think that's super inspirational.
Yeah, I stopped doing that screamo shit type shit as much. I kind of do dark plug type shit now too, but I still do all that dark shit. I'm trying to just find new shit as well instead of just like doing one thing. I feel like I could do multiple things. That's why I should just, stop doing one thing or so.
What do you think, like, how do you feel about versatility? Should people just stay in their lanes or branch out?
Branch out type shit. If you like, people eventually gonna get tired of your sound. Have you like seen that the baby shit, bro? He raps the same on every fucking song. That motherfucker fell off because nobody likes to hear the same shit on every single song. They're gonna get eventually tired of that shit. No one's gonna listen to you no more. That's why his views like fell off.
True that.
Like I honestly thought about him. I just thought about him right now.
Dang. Yeah, that's a really good example because he just made like a video laying on the ground in front of like a car or some shit. He's like, oh, I fell off, blah blah blah. And it's like a joke, but like it's really not a joke. Like bro really did fall off. What would you say, like picture yourself in the future, right? You're doing mad successful, you're on Billboard charts. Like how would you prevent yourself from falling off?
Well, people like get themselves into like labels and shit and they control them. They make them do all this shit that they really don't want to fucking do. I don't know, honestly, I'm not gonna sign to a fucking label because I don't really see the point. I just want to make music. So I'm just gonna like make music and shit, do all types of shit, just try new shit. They don't fuck with it, they don't fuck with it, but some people gonna fuck with it. You might gain new fans from that shit. It's just, people wanna think you're like versatile. You have a whole type of different sounds people can listen to depending on their mood.
For sure. I think the way of the label is dying. Like labels, I think with the whole emergence of the internet and independent artistic culture on the rise, like I think labels are gonna phase out of relevancy if they don't update their business model.
Yeah, bro. I be like hearing mad stories about labels. They be doing like weird shit. They be like taking out people's manhoods and stuff. I'm not gonna say it because it's on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Like I think that shit is crazy, and that's the main. I feel like that those rumors are the foundation of why them shits are fading out of like relevancy, because you hear shit, right? I saw this fucking video the other day, and it's called The Death Clause, and it talks about how when an artist becomes more valuable dead than they are alive, because they can sell the records posthumously and they get super relevant, and it's fucking crazy. And I don't know, bro. I just hope people like this next generation of artists are hip to that.
I feel like that happened with X, bro. Like, I don't really... People say they listened to him before he died, but he like got more relevant after he died. That's when people started listening to him.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is fucked up, but I think his mom was in on it. I think so.
His mom? I never really got into that. I just like, shit, I listened to his music, but like, damn, I don't know. His family could have been on it, cause like, how the fuck they gonna find his location and shit?
Exactly. Like, so, like they talk about that in the video. I'm gonna probably have to link it. I'll send it to you if you want. Like, it's crazy. Like, cause they'll just pay the family members. Like, oh, you'll get in. Like, you want some of the profit. Da 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 da. and it's fucking crazy. They talk about that with Michael Jackson and shit like that, where like he has this big ass house and shit. People will get cuts of his stuff, and then I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think that part of the industry, bro. I just hope people are hip. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't want to get shadow banned.
Oh my God, bro. I feel bad for like, well, honestly, nah, it has to be the families, especially with that takeoff shit when he just died. I don't even know how that shit happened, but I have a feeling like that was like some setup shit. That's what the P&B rock shit was. It's like all this shit is set up, so you gotta watch out who you hang with.
For sure. For sure, you always got to keep your guard up to a certain extent with people, because unless, like, if your own family can do that to you, what else does the fuck that mean? You know, P&B Rock, it was his girlfriend, and I guarantee you, bro, the Migos, check me out, okay? Here's my theory. The Migos have been fading out. Like, they're from a different generation. They're from that whole Drake, Kendrick Lamar type shit generation, right? They're old as fuck, but they still get, they're legends, you know, to give them their credit. But in recent times, they've been fading out of the Billboard charts and all that type of shit. So instead of diversifying their music, they said, fuck it, we're gonna make a sacrifice. We're gonna take somebody, chop them up, boom. And now, that's all people are talking about on these blogs, on the YouTube and shit like that. Take off, da-da-da-da-da. And then people will speculate. They'll be like, is this a sacrifice? And quite frankly, sometimes I think so. I don't know, cause they also say this in the video. Hollywood stars live like they die. They have a lower life expectancy than coal miners in Africa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Man, that shit is crazy. How do you feel about the whole Kanye shit, if you want to speak on that?
Man, I don't really give a fuck about what he do, bro. Like, to be honest, like, no weird shit. He's kind of smart because he get like more views and shit, but at the same time, it's kind of retarded. Cause like he's getting hate for it and shit, but at the same time, he getting more views. I feel like he did it for extra money.
Yeah, I think he's trying to take himself in like a different direction. Cause me, I don't know if I would have lost that Adidas deal. Like, damn, that was like worth $2 billion, which is crazy. But
damn, 2 billion is crazy.
Yeah, my next question for you is, you know, with all this stuff going on in the world, what's something that you want the people to know about yourself that's personal?
Damn, it's a hard question, but like, damn, bro, I don't really know.
I can reword
like,
it.
What you mean?
Like, I feel like a lot of artists, like one of the reasons and one of the motivators why they do what they do is because they feel like they have something to prove. What do you have to prove to the world?
That I could do like whatever the fuck I want, have fun and shit. Make a living off of this shit. So, I mean, it's my dream, so I'm gonna fuck around and do whatever. If it don't work out, I mean, it don't work out, but shit, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to put a message to people like where they get this, you know, try shit and go ahead, get whatever they want.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have this notion in their minds that a part of growing up is forfeiting some of your dreams and reducing scale, you know, and I think that's super dangerous to young people, right? Like, I feel like young people get put into this cycle of, okay, you wake up, you go to college, you go to school, then you go to college, and if you don't got some type of benefits, you're fucking in debt, and then you go to a job, and you might not like the job, and 73% of college graduates don't even fucking use their degree or whatever the fuck. So then you wasted your degree, and it's all some crazy shit, and then you gotta pay taxes, and you just, I don't know, it feels very hollow, and
the world is fucked up.
Yeah. And I feel like that's one of the reasons now more than ever, everybody wants to be a content creator. Everybody's on TikTok. Everybody wants to feel like they're a part of something larger.
Yeah, but that makes it harder.
For sure, it does. And it does make the climate more challenging, because something I noticed with like music, like, is it's super saturated. I feel like if you aren't in our community of the underground, if you aren't in this section and you're making mainstream shit, you have no chance of blowing up. So yeah,
your shit has to be like different now, or you're like, fuck, ain't nobody gonna listen to you.
Yeah, they can't be two of the same thing.
Yeah, I was watching like Curse's interview. He said that shit, nobody want to listen to like a downgraded version of something.
Yeah, that's exactly what. What would you say to, you know, people just starting out trying to get their foot in the door with, into the music? Like, what would you recommend to them?
Or to be honest, bro, I mean, this kind of sound fucked up, but what you really have to do is just find other people, like connections, like good people. That's what really helps you in the music shit. You just have to put yourself around good people, just grind and shit. Basically, you can't really think about the future all the time. That's a problem with me. I always think about the future, and then like fucks in my head. Makes me think like, oh shit, what if this don't happen and that don't happen? Just focus on having fun and shit, and like shit could come true.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I think that was the best advice anybody's ever said on the interviews, for sure. Because the business people, they say your network is your net worth, right? That's like a fancy way of saying like exactly what you just said. If you surround yourself with like-minded people, you're probably going to be, when in music, you're probably going to be like bouncing off of each other and having that friendly competition. And if it's done right, like iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they could tell you like what to work on too and some like cool shit. If your friends don't tell you there's something wrong with your music, like if you ask them for advice on that shit, they be like, oh no, it's like hard all the time, and they don't give you like criticism. They're not really gonna help you with this shit. They have to give you criticism.
100%. Like there was a period where it bothered me a lot, where I would show somebody my music or they would ask about it. They're like, oh my god, you make music, right? And then they would only like it because I'm their friend. Like they will only like my music because I'm their friend, not because they actually like it. And that shit was like, man, I don't even want you to listen to it no more. Cause like, what the fuck?
Like, it's just facts. Like, no one wants like some fake ass listener listen to that shit. It makes me mad. Well, that shit used to make me mad. I used to like show somebody something, and I'd be like, I know they're lying to me. They'd be like, oh yeah, that's hard. There's some basic ass shit. I'd be like, nah, I know they capping right now. No way they're just telling the truth all the fucking time. So I was like low key sending some ass shit too. Like I used to be ass as fuck. So like when I was sending ass shit, they'd be like, yo, that's hard. I'm like, no, that's not.
Yeah, I think right now I think this is gonna stay forever, sadly. But I think people just be working off dick riding. Like everybody just wants to be a dick rider so they feel good. Like, oh wow, so cause then when you do shit like that, you're a part of something. You're a part like of the little cool clique. You're a part of the cool kids club. But deep down, you're really not. Like if you're. So that's why people do it. I think they want to feel important.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I be like low key starting shit sometimes because I'll be getting mad. I be like seeing shit that just makes me mad, and I'll like go on Instagram and just say some dumb shit. I mean, I'm trying not to do that shit no more because it's like a waste of fucking time. Just like having internet beef and shit, that's just retarded.
Yeah, I think there's value to it though. As much as I was, because in a previous interview I was talking about this, right? I feel like the only logical solution to internet beef is to just talk it out. Also, the good thing about that, people need to know what the fuck people think, like what the fuck people really think. Because a lot of people, like we just said, just be on some dick rider fake shit instead of just really speaking their mind on what they see.
Yeah, it's like shit.
So what would you say out of the songs you have out right now, which one's your favorite? My
favorite? I don't really have a favorite, but I like What's This and I like Murder Summer. So those are my two favorites. I think In Hell was pretty cool too. But yeah, that was like old as hell.
What about those songs speak to you, in a different way?
When I go back to them, it just gives me like memories and shit of like me just having fun. Now it's not as like fun anymore when the music shit, cause like once you gain like some fans and shit, supporters, it's like a stress on your shoulder. You got like stuff on your shoulder. You have to get shit done or you're gonna lose that shit.
Yo, that's 100%. That's facts. How do you feel about the underground community in general? And when I ask this question, like earlier, you were talking about sometimes you be starting shit, right? What are some of the things you see in the underground community that like piss you off or you feel like could be improved, or something that you just really like about the underground community?
It's just like stuff be getting ruined. Like people be ruining shit for like no reason. Shit like that pisses me off. Or like people that put no effort into shit, I be seeing them all the time. They get what they want. They just put like no effort into it. They just get straight up fans, supporters, whatever the fuck they want. That shit makes me so mad. I'll be like talking shit to them because like, yo, I wish I had that shit, but like, nah, it's not the same.
Yo, I know exactly what you mean. I used to, bro, I used to be the most envious man alive at one point because of shit like that. I always felt like things were just unfair. Like things were like, I was playing life on a different difficulty. Like that's how I felt sometimes, especially with music, right? Because I would see shit just like that. And what I think it is that everybody's got their own little friend group. And so the underground community is the same way. Everybody's clicked up and everybody's trying to like be friends with each other. But I think they only really do that shit just so they can get the dick riding in the comments, just so they could get a little boost to get that insert into the algorithm. That's what I really think.
The algorithm is fucked up. It's like all that shit is not fair at all. Like that's why like I'm trying to deal with it, because I realize this shit is not fair. So I'm just gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. Just gonna do shit.
I think the best counter to that is to just build on top of what you already have, so that when people find you, like they stay. Like that's been my mission. So I hope that helps.
Another thing I want to say about the underground though is like people are like mad weird. I be seeing people get exposed all the time. I be thinking they're cool and they're like my friend and shit. And then next thing you know, I see you on Instagram. I'm scrolling on Instagram one day. I just see that like they're doing this weird ass shit. Like I don't want to fuck with them no more.
Yeah. Yep. That
happened to like somebody I was like friends with. I ain't trying to diss them and shit, but you know, I was just out to eat one day, just scrolling on Instagram. I just see that shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? That was like one of my best friends in the scene. And now he's gone. He dipped. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah.
Damn. I know what you mean though. Like that's one of the reasons why I kind of just stay to myself in the scene. Like I'll let people DM me and I'll talk back or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really like go out of my way to reach out with people unless I'm mutually invested in their success, you know?
A good example of it is like RCB. Diamonds on my dick and shit.
Yeah.
People like, and Jill said like how 2 Chainz and all of them just did that shit. It's like all the groups, bro, they always fall out.
I noticed that too. Yeah, I think because everybody's so fucking hungry. It goes back to what we were talking about earlier with like the whole industry shit. Everybody's so hungry, they will cannibalize their fellow artists. They would just be like, fuck you, boom, boom, boom. And start egoing people and just going crazy. I mean, shit, if it works, it works. But sometimes I feel like it can be more degenerative than it is helpful sometimes.
I mean, you gotta really keep it ego sometimes, but not like a bad ego. You gotta keep it as like, I don't give a fuck what people think type shit, ego. Yeah. I mean, there's like bad egos and good egos that help you with shit.
I try to let my ego be kind of like a tool for me to use at my disposal. Like if I have the ability to turn it on and turn it off, then I can just be more adaptable, you know? So depending on my situation, if I'm like, I don't know, in a position where I have to be assertive, like in a group project or some shit like that, or if I know that I'm right, I'm gonna put my fucking ego in, right? Like, cause niggas need to know. But you know, if it's like day-to-day life shit, like I'm me. Like after that, I don't really need it, you know? I don't really need it outside of work or being an artist, or I don't know, like I really don't, you know what I'm saying?
I honestly don't think the music shit really gonna last like crazy with people. I'll say they're gonna make music for like 5 to 10 years. I mean, it depends how long, like how early or how late you got to the scene, but eventually you're not gonna be making music no more. It's like once you get grown, if you're not getting paid from that shit and you have like jobs and all that shit, you might not want to do that shit no more.
I've seen that happen to so many people where just life catches up with them, you know? And that's the thing about, I feel like this is just what it is with this generation, is like people be saying 18 to 21 you got to work your ass off if you want to do something, right? Which is true, right? But yeah. I feel like now the bracket is like lower. It's like 14 to 21. That's when you gotta just shift your whole mindset and work like that, you know? Get involved with something, because man, when I see people like fucking these young niggas blow up, it's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. I start getting envious. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, you know? And when I think about where the underground's gonna be in 1 year, I can only imagine. Where do you see the underground in the future?
I think it's gonna be even worse. I feel like every year it gets worse. It's like it's gonna be like more people quitting. I see like mad people quitting all the time. I mean, that leaves space for other artists, but at the same time, it's kind of, I don't know.
I think so. I mean, I know what you mean, because it's kind of like, damn, you did all this shit, now it's all for nothing now, you know, because you quit.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to quit. I be like having thoughts of it, but I be like, nah, I'm not gonna quit. I'm just gonna keep chasing my dream. I mean, it's hard or whatever, but you just gotta keep going. If you quit, bro, there's like, you just wasted all that time of your life. You could have did anything else.
Yep, that's it. Yep. Like there's no other way to put it. I couldn't have said it better. I mean, shit, like skills are important. They are what make a person. You know, like nobody wants to fuck with nobody who's not competent. Now it's like, damn, I quit and all my skills are invested in making shitty rap music. God damn, I suck. Where does that put me? Like, I don't just suck in music now, I suck in the whole world. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, damn, I was gonna say, but having like a thought sometimes, I don't know. But for me, when I used to be like, yo, I suck, kind of was a motivation to get better at music. Cause like I put effort into it to get better.
Well, my friend, I don't have any more questions for you. Now's the part of the interview where if you can give any special shout outs, any special disses, or just talk about whatever you want to talk about. Now's the time to do so.
I was gonna say like one thing about the collective shit. I'm just been noticing, bro, like as soon as like the collective's in, nobody wanna fuck with you no more. Like I be like DMing motherfuckers, be like, hey, you know, I just be texting them, they don't respond. They just act like they're Hollywood and shit because we're not in the same collective no more, the same group. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. It's not really a diss to no one, but I'm just realizing that shit. And if they're watching the interview, they gonna know what I'm talking about though.
Damn. Well, listen.
I be noticing people unfollowing me shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, bro. Listen. If you know who you are, you know who you are. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I'm just an interviewer. I don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. That's really it though.
That's really it.
Just shout out to like my group, Memoria and shit, and shout out my friend Sean. That's really it.
Hell yeah, shout out Memoria and shout out Sean, you know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all and much love to my boy toting guns, you know what I'm saying? He's never lacking. He already got it on bang bang, you know what I'm saying? Listen,
like shit.
It's been Sandy Silas the Soldi, man. Follow my boy, don't sleep on him, and I'm out.